I quit my job. The way I'm even saying it, safe, you know that I'm still telling myself that he. Anyways, my job of 8 months, I quit, and I've been home for the past 3 weeks and doing YouTube. Um, my job was termed client service personnel, and a client service personnel is um, one who serves like an intermediary between a client and a company, and it's usually used by branding and or PR company. No, I worked with a branding, printing, and an event branding company. Yeah, so I was the client service personnel, but it involved a whole lot of that. The way I just said client service, you did think, it's probably just responding to mails, sending emails, receiving calls, or probably going for some meetings, in person. But it was a whole lot more than that, and it was a lot. So let's just dive right in. Why did I decide to quit? That's I had some few experiences that I felt like um, I couldn't just continue like that. It wasn't like I made up my mind that, in January I'm not resuming. I had it at the back of my mind that I do not want to do this for too long, especially in the new year. But I had intention to resume, right? And then, in fact, I came home with just few things. I came home with just few things, like some clothes. Like this clothes, I think I've worn it for one of my videos because I didn't bring lots of clothes. I just bought some clothes and some shimmy. It's just I intended to spend just a couple of days for the Christmas break and go back. So yeah, so why did I decide to quit? Number one, it was stressful. It was really, really stressful, physical stress. I mean, looking at myself now, I look really better from what it was then. And whoever saw me, especially towards the end of the year into December, I wasn't looking my best. I remember meeting my mom one of the weeks earlier on in December, and she was just like, "Why are you looking like this? You're so black. Your face is rough. Why is it swollen? Mom, this is your job, eh? You need to leave another one. Leave it, or God will provide another one," and all of that. And I just laughed it off. So yeah, it was really stressful. Mm, I think it took a lot of physical strength than I expected it to take. And although, it was appreciated, but I felt like, I mean, this is way too stressful. So another reason I took the decision to leave, or I was considering, for now, let's say considering, then when we get to the end, I'll tell you why exactly I took the decision suddenly. Secondly, I started feeling like I didn't have any more value to give to the job. I started feeling like I could no longer, serve this job. And of course, it could no longer serve me. You know, um, I got to that point where I do not feel motivated. When you're doing something and you wake up in the morning and you're not happy, or you're getting to the point where today you're happy, tomorrow you're sad, next tomorrow you're excited, next week you feel frustrated and all of that. It's a sign that what one is doing is probably taking a toll on me. So I didn't have any more strength or value to give to the job, and I felt like it was no longer serving me. Another reason why I decided to quit was, a major reason why I was considering quitting was because I did not have a time of my own. I felt stuck, you know. At some point where I was living, like a family or something went up, and anyways, in less than 24 hours, as almost literally say homeless. So I was putting up in the office a lot in between my brother place. So I was 20 for literally 24 hours available to work. Yeah. I was grateful for that opportunity. To have, provision of accommodation where I worked. It served me, and I'm grateful for that. Yeah, so that made it as well, kind of more difficult when you're always in the space. So whatever job comes up, whether it's a weekend or is a break or something, you get to do it because you're there, right? So my life totally evolved around the job at some point, even when I wasn't living there yet, 24/7, there's always one thing to do. Especially during December, it was really hectic. Everything is just job. Even Saturday, sometimes I go to job. On Sunday, I go to work and all of that. So yeah, and I wanted to develop myself personally. For instance, YouTube. I got a lot of gadgets. I got backdrop. I got this mic. It's a double lapel mic. I got about three phone stand. I have three phone stand. I have a full vlogging kit that comes with own mic, light, and all of that, and quite handy. And I got another ring light. I had one before, so I prepared a lot, but I couldn't do anything with it. If you go on my YouTube channel, you see some Big Brother video from last year. I had intention to follow the show, and kind of grow my channel with it, but I couldn't do that because work couldn't give me the time to do such. So yeah, I felt stuck. I didn't have time to develop other aspect of my life. Even if working was developing me personally, I was building capacity and all of that. But there's more to life than work. There's social aspects. There's other aspect of one's life that one needs to balance. Yeah. So yeah, that was it. Another reason I decided I was considering um leaving was because I felt like I could get myself something better than that. There's always a start when you graduate that fresh. You get your first job. Most of the time, the reality of Nigeria is usually not the best of jobs. But it serves you at that moment. You're able to put food on the table and what's not. So I felt I should be able to get another job. It's not even about being better. I just felt like I should be able to do something else. This was my start. I need to move forward, and it's a very paramount stage in one's life where you just feel like I need to get up, I need to move on to something else, and that was one of the things that was making me consider leaving. So why did I take the decision in January to finally leave? So some things happened in December that I felt like were triggers for some reaction I got from the company. um there was a job we're supposed to do, piled up of job, we tried to do it, but due to one thing or the other, which the fault alone didn't come from my part, but as well, we're not properly communicated with, we didn't get a proper address, so we could not meet up with the job, or we went there, we couldn't find the location, so we went on to do another one. And while we were rounding up at the other one, we got a call that, oh, now they're able to clarify the address thing. Can you go back and go and pick the other stuff on the mainland and take it to that place? And I was just like, humanly speaking, I was tired. I could not do it. I'm so sorry. For the very that was the first time I said, I could not do something at my job, and that was a Sunday. So I left the office after we got back from the other job, and I just went to a friend's place. And then the following morning I woke up to a query that I allowed the company lose a job and all of that. I was like, okay, fair share. I mean, things happen. Can get queried. You work. You have to be at your optimum best. So let's move on to another one. Then fast forward to then as well. Before that one, I was put on a project in December that has to do with lighting up a street. The work, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's a lot. So I was taking off the job, and my boss supervised it himself. So when salary was paid, I went to the island that day. I go to the island a lot. I go get stuff for you know whatever I want to use for the clients. If we need to go to the island, I usually go get it here. So I went to the island, I got back to the office, and I heard people talking about salary and bonus. I was like, oh wow, thank God though. But my phone was down, so I quickly charged a bit. Then I opened my bank app, and to my utmost surprise, I didn't get any bonus, and I got a 1,000 naira, difference in my salary. So I tried to speak to the person. I admin that, oh, 1,000 naira, what's up? Say, oh, the day you were eating in the reception. Okay, there's a rule in the office that you don't eat in the our office where we sit. That you shouldn't eat there. You pay 1,000. So okay, no problem. Then I I decided not to ask her so I don't put her in an inconvenient position. But I literally picked everybody's brain and found out that the staff got 10,000 naira um, bonus, and interns got 5,000 naira bonus each on their salary, and I didn't get. And even at that, couldn't overlook just 1,000 naira of that I ate in the office. And trust me, those days, literally every day, I was either coming back from somewhere exhausted, and the next thing I just wanted to do was to eat. So I felt like if you were not going to give me 10,000, you could have overlooked that 1,000. It was something that really hurt me. Knowing, we're giving rice, we're giving granite oil and chicken, everybody, and I was giving that as well, right? That almost made me said, okay, let me just put it behind me. But really, I felt hurt. I felt like if I've given my life to 8 months, I have not done things that were not even comfortable for me, without, you know, looking back. So I felt really hot and underappreciated. My boss has got me, shoes, sandal on my birthday, sent cake because I was bringing value. I know. I was making a lot of sacrifice. That even myself, I used to ask myself that if so you can do this, you alakpake, as my mom will call me, you know, and I felt really pained. So in January, a date when we wanted to resume, 7th. Message was sent to the group chats like it's usually sent, for every time we want to, we're starting a new week, and everybody had their job listed out. And when it got to my own job, just put client service, and I saw, please, guys, we need a client service person for immediate interview, and if it's ready for immediate resumption. I was like, even if a new person was going to come join me, because actually we're two that was supposed to be doing this job. We've had two ladies join me. One lady joined, she stayed for like 2 months. The other one was like 3 days or one week. Because as I said, you need to be strong-willed to do such a job, So they left, So even if I need a second person, because really my mental health could not carry it again, I needed another hand. I felt like as they used to do that, they would say, Ife, we need somebody else to join Ife's department and all. But this one was just a straightforward, I need a client service, for interview, to come in for interview tomorrow and if available for immediate resumption. So it was just like, you know, this person is no longer serving us. So we need an option as fast as possible. And so I felt like if I go back, I was going to feel not wanted, or feel like I wasn't bringing value to the company, and the only thing left is just maybe due to the work you've done in the past. That's why we'll not just throw you out. So better take your decision and leave. So I had to take that decision to quit. Is it a right decision? Maybe, maybe not, because in the Nigeria of today, that's not a wise decision to take. But I feel like in the past 3 weeks, I've been one of the most relaxed and happiest I've been in a while. And I'm optimistic. I'm reaching out to get a job, other jobs. And one thing I know is no matter how, long it takes, something else is definitely going to come up. But it's easy. No. E.g., I'm tired of staying at home. I'm bored a lot of time, but it is what it is. As my mom said to me, that sometimes if you don't live where you are, you probably will not get another opportunity. So I'm just banking on God's grace that, He never fails, actually. So that's what it is. So here we go. You can tell me in the comment section if you have ever had to take such a drastic decision and how you were able to maneuver your way and, come out of it. Or are you in the same situation with me now? You can just tell me in the comment section. How was it like quitting your job without exactly getting another one at hand? And I'll be reading our comments. And as well, beneath this video is the subscribe button. Do subscribe and join my family. But for now, I'll see you on the next one.